Hi guys, I'm here with Sally from Port Melbourne Physio and Pilates, as you can see. She's one of the Go runners that's been with us for a few months now and had an amazing time at the Melbourne Half Marathon, so I'm going to be talking to her a little bit about that. How did that go, my friend?
Yeah, it was great. I got a PB.
Yeah.
So
What was your time?
With that, 1:48 exactly.
Yeah. And how much did you knock off your last time?
So last year, or the last time I did that marathon or half marathon, it was 1:52. So
Okay, nice.
4 minutes off.
Nice.
So it was pretty wrapped.
So Sally's been on the plan for, I think you were there for 10 or 12 weeks as part of a team of people here at Port Melbourne that were running for Port Melbourne Physio and Pilates in the different events at Melbourne Marathon. Everybody did amazing, so it's pretty cool. Before we touch on some of that stuff, tell me about your running history a little bit. So are you a runner? Do you even like running? A lot of people don't even like running.
Yeah, look, I like the feeling after running more so. So the endorphins, the feeling like you've had a really great workout.
Yeah.
But I guess since going through the plan with you, I've actually enjoyed it a lot more because I'm not pulling up sore the next day, and I'm feeling a lot better about it.
Tell us a little bit about that training plan. I mean, one of the things I was so impressed about with you in particular was your sort of consistency over time. And the training plan seemed to work for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think my personality is, if someone tells me something to do, I'll stick to it.
Yeah.
So I think that was really good for me to build consistency, and that is, I definitely think, is what made a difference with my times.
Awesome.
So yeah, I loved having the structure. I loved having the feedback from you and modifying things as we went along. So it was really good.
And one of the things we had to modify as we went along was to sort of take care of your injury, your Achilles injury.
Yeah.
Can you tell people a little bit about how we went about doing that?
Yeah. So I'd had that left Achilles injury.
Yeah.
I've been sort of managing it now for a couple of
while,
years.
Yeah.
So I sort of knew what it liked and what it didn't like.
Yeah.
So we always had a rest day in between runs. And we just modified the speed work, so we weren't doing as much speed work, or we were doing more warm up.
Yeah.
So that works really well.
I remember, talking to you about easy running at the beginning, and it was one of the things I had to sort of hammer into you, sort of around slowing down, and actually that slowing down is really useful to try and prevent injuries. And how did you find that sort of adapting from what you're used to running into running easier?
Yeah, I found it really hard.
Yeah.
It was just
strange,
a difficult concept to get my head around, that, running slower would still mean that you could get a really good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, it took me a few weeks to get my head around that.
You got there.
Yeah, but it worked really well. I managed my injury really well, and it definitely made the difference. And I think you said to me at one point to just trust the process. And I remember getting to the 18K mark and I thought, I've got this. This is going to happen.
Awesome. So obviously you've just done the half marathon and got a massive PB, and you've taken a bit of time off now. What are you up to sort of fitness wise at the moment, and what's on the agenda sort of going into next year?
So I'm still doing a little bit of running, so a couple of times a week, but not the distances, just kind of keeping it ticking over. Obviously doing Pilates, and a bit of gym work. So a bit of everything, a bit of yoga as well. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it when people tell me on their plans that they've got a yoga or a Pilates or a swim or a bike or something that they want to keep as part of that plan. It sort of balances things out, because running's pretty harsh on your body. So it's nice to have that
good
balance.
To have the recovery time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what's next then? What's next? What are you thinking?
So probably run for the kids in March.
In March time, okay.
Yep. So I think we talked about starting up again in January on training programs. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's my next goal.
Well, it's been awesome chatting to you. And for anybody who wants to get involved in Pilates or needs to see a physio, I've seen Sally and a couple of the others actually for various injuries. Come down to Port Melbourne Physio and Pilates. They're awesome and they'll take care of you.